Concrete Placement LLC for all of your concrete needs, including installation and repair of driveways, garage floors, patios, sidewalks, walkways, stairs, stamped concrete, color, seal, and epoxy, all done by one company with almost 30 years of experience. Call today for your quote. Allcrete Concrete Placement LLC, 845-413-9459. Allcrete Concrete Placement LLC. House of Barbers, located right across the street from Marist College on Route 9. House of Barbers. Call today to get your fades, regular cuts, edge-ups, beards, hot towel shaves, apparel, and gift certificates for your loved ones. Open Monday through Thursday, 8:30 to 4:30, late on Friday till 7, and again open on Saturday till 4:30. Contact Sal today for your appointment or just walk in. 845-232-5036. House of Barbers.
Ooh, it's finally TV, but you don't need cable or sling to see me. Black on his soapbox, Gabe in his bag. Let out some real black ink, load the 9 with the mag. First take, the last take, we can juggle the top. Like a barber with the clips, the way we talk in the shop. And since life was like a movie, we gon' stick to the plot. That's why we sponsored by the brand and scrape the weight off the top. Get it? That means we dope. So I'ma need my brothers and sisters to stay woke. And we gon' lace the product with facts and straight jokes. The voice of the valley is here to spread hope. Supports a steep slope. They gon' have to let me cook. I don't know how to stop. From the culture to the music, anything else hot. Catch us every Tuesday once you step in the house. Cause all they really wanna know, what we talking about. I'm out.
Oh, and here we go. Another episode of What We Talking About. And as the world turns, we out here and we do our thing every Tuesday, 7 p.m. It's right here. Finally TV. What we talking about? It's Gabriel, it's King Blakout. You know the vibes out here. We're going to talk about everything. Anything and everything, we're going to talk about it. You want to know how we feel about it? All you got to do is tune in. If we ain't talking about it already, go ahead and just put it in the comments and we'll talk about it. We want to know what y'all thinking. We want to play games. We want to know how much hip-hop knowledge you got. We want to know how you feel when Black's over here wilding out on a topic. How you feel about it? How you feel when I'm being aloof about something? I want to know. I want to know. But here we are. What we talking about? 7 p.m. Tuesday, live for y'all. What's the deal? And as always, joined by my co-host and co-creator, King Blakout. What's going on, sir?
What's good, man?
Chilling. Yo, shout out to everybody
do me a favor. Do me a favor.
What am I doing?
Everybody do me a favor. Y'all in the comments, y'all stick around for a second because I got something to talk about.
You know what I mean?
Hit that share button for me. Hit that like.
Mm-hmm.
Gabe, give me 30 seconds, bro. Get them in the room, dog, so I can talk right quick.
Let's go. Let's go. Get in the room. Everybody on Instagram, I see you out there. Remember to be part of the show if you want to start, commenting and having things on the screen and all that. Look us up, Finally TV on YouTube and Facebook. We are live right now. Join the show. Appreciate y'all on Instagram land. I think I seen Biff Bunky out there already. So shout out to you.
Yeah, y'all do me a favor. Y'all hit that share. Y'all bring your people in there. Tell them tap in. I got something to say. Y'all gonna want to hear it. I got something to say.
Appreciate that, Rock. Appreciate that, Rock.
Appreciate it. Y'all give me a little bit. Let me get my bag a little bit, but I got some shit to say.
All right, let's go. Let's go. Jay Arroyo in the building. Rocky. Let's go. As he tokes from a hookah, for those listening in streaming land, shout out to y'all. Shout out to Brian Sable. Talk about it, Black. What you got? You gonna tell them that they need to be hitting the like in the heart emojis and all that on the post? Was that where we going? What's up?
Yeah, y'all do all that. Let me talk big business right now. I don't want the one screen. I want you here.
I thought I was gonna do.
I want you in the game, but I need to talk about it. Y'all can hear me okay? I sound good, Gabe? I'm loud enough?
You sound great to me, bro.
All right. Sonya Massey. Sonya Massey.
Mm-hmm.
Sonya Massey. Sonya Massey, 36-year-old black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Called the authorities at 2 a.m. because she heard somebody making a commotion outside her door in her yard, looking for help. Sonya Massey. Police checked the perimeter. Didn't see nothing, but thought it was necessary to walk her back in her house, begin to interrogate her, ask her for ID and all this, while acknowledging, yeah, you're the one that called us, but this is the shit that we need.
Okay. It's weird. It's weird.
He was up, boiling water, probably about to make some tea. Highly spiritual woman. Let me cook a little bit, y'all. Fuck with me here. I gotta get this off. What's good, cuz? Y'all let me cook a little bit. Don't go nowhere, Gabe.
I'm here, right here.
I spent a lot of years in the South. And I'm not just saying it's a southern Christianity thing, but like when you churchy, a lot of times people pray out loud. They'll pray in front of you. They'll call the Lord's name in front of you. If they dealing with something that's on their spirit, they'll just say, in the name of Jesus, I rebuke. And they be talking to spirits and demons, but not talking to you directly. Has nothing to do with you.
Right.
Y'all can be discussing a topic, but they'll say in the name of Jesus, and that's how it is. These officers had the fucking audacity to tell this woman to go in her kitchen and turn off this pot of boiling water she had cooking. Probably making some tea, some coffee, something to drink for herself. Had nothing to do with what they was called there for. And when she went in the kitchen and grabbed the pot of water and turned it off, they both backed up. And she asked them, "Why'd you back away?" Well, because you got a boiling pot of water. And this woman in her spirit, still shaking up about what's going on, was like, "Nah, Satan, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus." Felt like she knew in that moment what the energy was. She said, "No, Satan, in the name of Jesus, I rebuke you." And this fucking officer said to her, "I will shoot you in the motherfucking face right now." She said, "I'm sorry." And he shot her in the motherfucking face.
Wow. When did this happen? Last night?
Hold up. I'm with you, bro. Hold up. Give me a sec. Because I gotta. He shot her in the motherfucking face. For nothing. For nothing. And then when his partner said, "I'm gonna go get the first aid kit," you know what this motherfucker said? "Nah, that was a headshot. She gone, let her bleed."
This is on cam. It's got to be on cam.
It's on camera.
Wow.
It's on camera.
Wow. We talking about Sonya Massey.
Let me say this. I'm tired.
I think we all are.
I'm fed up. Nah, but this is, bro, this is different. See, this is not a situation where you can be like, oh, they might have felt threatened. Oh, it was kind of shaky.
Right.
It's iffy. Oh, we didn't know who she was. No.
Right.
No.
Clear cut.
No. She called for help, not to be interrogated in her fucking home. Not to be told how to manage her goddamn kitchen. Not to be told that she can't pray out loud when she shook up. When they got to that fucking house, she was already praying out loud. That's her fucking right to say, Lord, I need you. It's her fucking right to say that shit. In her home.
Oh, absolutely.
So for these motherfuckers to go tell her, take a pot of water off the goddamn stove, it got nothing to do with the call. And when she starts praying out loud, he says, shut up or I'll shoot you in the fucking face. And when she says, I'm sorry, he unloads. I don't give a flying fuck about what Trump doing. I don't give a flying fuck about Kamala Harris being the Democratic nominee. You know what I care about? I care about my people fucking being murdered in front of us for no goddamn reason.
Yeah. Talk about it.
Sonya Massey. Sonya Massey. Go ahead, Gabe.
What was the location? Where did this all go down?
In her house. Because does it even matter? In this country, in her house.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just trying to get some context for the area.
2 white cops, a small, frail black woman.
Yeah.
Called for help and then ended up getting murdered. Called for help. Acknowledge that she's the one called for help. The perimeter check is done. You should leave now, sir. You should fucking leave. You said there was nobody there. You know that she's the one that called in. She's on the matter of fact, she was on the phone with dispatch while they was there because she felt the energy was off.
Correct.
Dispatch kept trying to hang up, and she kept saying, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
I wonder what the actual protocol and procedure is there when you get called. Does anybody in the chat might know? Because I know Bunky's a mom of cops and stuff, but does anybody know what the actual procedure is supposed to be when you get called out there for something like that? Like, are you even like, what is the requirement to end that and put a closure on that? You know what I mean? Because like, I could see like if I called the cops and I'm like, yo, you know, I think there's somebody outside wilding doing something crazy, you know, come check it out. And they come and check it out. I would think they would knock on my door and go, we checked it out. You know, we didn't see nothing. What's your name? What's your phone number, date of birth and all that. And then I expect them. I expect them to leave at that point.
They would just leave. They would just fucking leave. Hey,
So
we checked it out, man. You signed. You don't want to kill. Okay, we checked it out. Perimeter's clear. You okay? You feel safe here tonight? Okay, bet. We'll do a lap around in the hour. This is what they do because it's middle of the night. We'll come back around the area in an hour to make sure everything's good. You have a good night.
Right.
Simple. End of the fucking interaction.
Right. That's what I'm
Why
saying.
is it? Let's go in your house.
Right. Right.
Where's
That's
your
where I'm
ID? Go get some papers. Why are you boiling water on the stove? What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah. Like, why is the moment they step foot in the house is the part where it all goes wrong anyway. It all goes wrong right there. So what's the mentality? I don't know. I would like to know a little bit more about them. They got to be young because that seems like a young and dumb kind of emo.
Like they was in their early 30s.
Yeah, that's like an emo type of reaction where, you know, you're just so fully yourself and holding a weapon and being in a position of power like that you tripping on that. And it's obvious that, you know, there had to be some hate in your heart. It's gotta be hate in your heart to look somebody in the eyes that's like God-fearing and pull trigger. Like that's a different breed of individual right there, man.
She was gonna throw water at us, is what the dude said. Why would
Come
she
on, man.
For what?
She
wasn't aggressive at all. She wasn't mad at you.
Why did she have the water, sir?
Because you told her to go pick up the pot.
Right. What
you
the
said
fuck?
go pick up the pot, so she
What
picked
the
it up.
fuck? Exactly.
What the fuck is happening here, bro?
That part. That's the part that I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? Why do you have that pot? Oh, because we told her to turn it up. Come on, man. Yeah,
Gabe,
you know how I hate
Gabe,
hearing things like this, Black.
Gabe,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Is it a crime to pray or call on the Lord in your own house? Is it a crime to
Absolutely.
say, I rebuke you,
Absolutely
Satan, in the
not.
name of Jesus?
We all know it's not, Black. We know it's
Okay. So why is your response, you better not, I'll shoot you in the face?
not. Right.
And then when she apologizes, I guess for offending you, you then shoot her. You better not, I'll shoot you in the motherfucking face. I'm sorry. Boom.
It's such an ignorant thing to say in that moment. Like it doesn't match up.
Did you watch the video?
No, I did not watch the
These
video.
are two, y'all that watched the video, and tell me if I'm capping. Not only was she this big, 5-0, like a $120. Both of these dudes look like the Incredible Hulk. The dude that shot her got to be like 300. He just big Jack Diesel, 6'2" white dude, just diesel as fuck. Super, you not afraid of nothing. She in the kitchen and you in the living room. There's not even no threat there.
Yeah.
You got a whole island between y'all. Even if you thought she was mad for, I don't know why she'd be mad because she called you and she wasn't irate or aggressive. So like there was no immediate threat. She just called for the Lord. You ain't like it, so you hit her in the face, and then tell your man don't render first aid. That was a headshot. Let her. That
bleed
was
out.
a headshot. Let her bleed.
Wow.
Do y'all fucking hear me? That was a headshot. Let her bleed.
So what does the cop that didn't have the gun, does he get I'm sorry, she passed away from this, I'm assuming?
Of course. Shot in the
Okay.
face.
Okay, yeah, just making sure. So the second cop, it's appropriate to charge him with murder too?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Because I'm not
Because
even
aiding
thinking
and
about-
abetting 100%.
I feel like it depends on the situation, right? Like you don't.
I guess not aiding and abetting, but assisting.
I don't know. It's not in the betting. I don't know the dynamic, right? And like for all I know, the cop who was recording could have been the junior cop, and he's following the senior's lead. For all I fucking know, I don't know the dynamic between them two, right? All I know is that shit happened. The guy who was recording, at least to me, it didn't seem like he was trying to escalate. The other dude just flipped. They was like laughing and joking until she prayed out loud. Like you got to watch the video. It doesn't make sense, bro. She just says, I rebuke you, Satan, in the name of Jesus. I rebuke you, devil, in the name of Jesus. And 2 seconds before that, they was laughing with her. They were joking with her. And then he just flipped. He flipped on camera in real time. From laughing, ha 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 ha. Yeah, go get the water, ha 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 ha. I rebuke you, Satan. You better fucking not. Like that was. It's like when she said it, she drew the devil out of him. Now I'm not hyper religious, but I've been in some places. You know what I'm saying? It almost was like the way that they was laughing and everything was calm. That when she said, "I rebuke you, Satan," like a fucking demon popped out of this man. He stopped laughing and said, "You better not. I will shoot you in the face," and then shot her. Y'all watch that video. Tell me I'm wrong. They were laughing and then he just flipped for no fucking reason.
No, that's what Bunky was saying, that it's like you're watching the video and it's disturbing because it comes out of nowhere, seemingly out of nowhere. You know?
No escalation, Gabe. No reason. She wasn't aggressive. She didn't do anything. She just started praying. What she was doing when they knocked on the door, what she was doing when they answered the door, what she was doing between the questions they were asking her, she kept calling on God the entire time. So her saying that name wasn't a shock to him. I swear to God, it was like, I rebuke you, Satan, and like the devil popped up and said, I'm gonna kill you. Oh shit, it was different.
So
it was different.
What do we gotta ask for here though, Black? Right? Like, is the right thing to ask for reform in the hiring and training process? Is that what we have to do?
Nope. No,
like,
bro.
What do we have to ask for?
We don't need to ask for nothing. Here's what I want. That nigga need to go to prison.
Yeah, well,
Put that nigga. No. Here's what you do. Put that nigga in cell block 1. No PC. That costume don't mean that you get some kind of special treatment. That's murder. That's cold-blooded murder. It's on fucking camera, right? You are not in danger, right? You way bigger than her. You got 2 officers in her house, both with pistols pointed at her. You tell her to go take a position that you can say is dangerous. Go pick up the boiling water, ma'am. Go pick it up. Then you say to her, I'm going to shoot you in the face. Then you shoot her. It's murder. There ain't no gray area. So put that motherfucker in cell block 1. And tell niggas there's a pig on the floor.
But both of them, I think they should both go.
And let it be done.
The second one's no better than the first one to me.
I can see how you don't think it's going to escalate. Gabe, if they was arguing and old boy like didn't try to calm the other one down, I can see how you feel that way. Through the video, I don't want to jump because like I said, there was no time for that man to react. There was no time for him to get angry and be like, bro, calm down. It's not that serious. They literally went from laughing, Gabe, to I will shoot you in the face. I'm sorry. Boom. It was 2 seconds. I don't think the other cop had time to even acknowledge his partner being actually upset. It was that quick of a switch. So like, nah, I'm not going to jump and say in this whole man life. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to say is that officer fucking I want to pull triggers shouldn't be walking outside no more. His life should be forfeit the way he did that lady. Sonya Massey. His life should be forfeit.
Masse? Why? Okay. The reason why I go down the road I go down is because, obviously I feel the way you feel where, punishment needs to come down. Just like if there was just a civilian that did it, right? So I agree with that wholeheartedly. But what's the
difference? Why did the uniform mean you can just do that? There was not even, you couldn't even pretend there was a threat in that video. You can't even pretend. You can't even use the argument like she walked my way. Bro, she's at the stove 20 feet from you. She's not even close to you.
It was that quick. That's what Bunky says. Unfortunately, bro, he's protected. It would be inhumane. He gets protection. She didn't. That's crazy. She ducked down. It was the most heartbreaking thing. Man.
Sad.
Man, what's going on, Sosa? I just came back from camping last night. I haven't heard anything about this word. Yeah, man, that's what Angie was saying. Shout out to Angie. She was like, yo, I've been in work and all. I don't even hear about this, man. So this happened last night, you said, early this morning?
I didn't say. I don't know when it happened. I wasn't even interested. I wasn't doing no research, bro. I just saw what I saw. I heard the conversation and I was on it.
Got you.
It don't even matter. Probably a couple days ago. I don't give a fuck. You know what I mean? I wasn't that invested. I'm done. I wasn't that invested. I wasn't even playing fucking, you know what I mean? Sherlock Holmes and shit. I just saw what I saw and it was like, that's enough.
Yeah. He said cops have cameras on them. The one who shot her, his camera was off, but his partner's was on. So that's how we're seeing the footage, I guess.
Yeah.
Right. I wonder if she had anything in the house that was recording too. Yeah, I from my hearing about that and just digesting it, it should put any normal person, in a foul state or uneasy state, because when it's so unnecessary and it's so blatant like that, I ask myself, like, but why? Like, what happened here? And I bring it back to, we have to do a better job of evaluating before, during, and maybe after. You probably owe them after the fact to evaluate them to make sure they're okay. But we need a new process, man. Like Hollywood was saying earlier. Shout out to Hollywood. He was saying, like, that's why he thinks all cops are bad, because of that power trip thing. I don't necessarily agree with that, because I think that there's good people in the world that become cops to be the good person or be the good cop. You know what I mean? Purposely. So I won't put that tag on it, generally speaking, like that. But I will say that, for a human being to wield that type of power over other humans in the public arena, I just think that person needs to be highly trained, special in a sense. You know what I mean? Like not for nothing, man. I just learned about something that they do in I believe it's Arizona, one of them states in the southern hemisphere. But like the police force will have like volunteer policemen on their
bro,
staff.
I can't do this, Gabe. Nah, bro. I'm sorry. I love you.
I don't like it though.
Let me talk from love, bro. I love you. I can't do that. That is not this conversation. Fuck police training. And here's what I'm saying is, bro, and hold me down here.
Yeah.
We have open carry states in this country. Yeah. I watch Proud Boys. I watch motherfuckers walk into government buildings with pistols on their hips. Yeah. And the cops don't react this way. Right. I watch white people walk down the street with rifles, and the cops don't react this way. Armed men in public spaces all the time, and the police do not react this way. See, this is not about training. This is not about training. Florida been open carry for how long, y'all? 10, 15 fucking years? Do you ever see this shit happening in Florida where a cop got scared because a white man had a gun on him and he let it out? That never fucking happens. It never happens. It never happens. It never happens.
So what's your solution? Open carry?
My solution is,
and you're right, Chris.
When you do the same thing that I would go to prison, or I would lose my life, right? Or I would, whatever the case may be behind, you face the same consequences. See, I'm okay with there being some leeway. You got a dangerous job, you're on edge, and shit can go left. And I'm okay with that. And I know there's gray areas. I'm okay with doing an investigation. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. But when it's blatant, when it's a complete overreaction. Matter of fact, how about this, yo? On your right hip is a firearm. It's called lethal fucking force. But on your left hip is a goddamn taser. And when you're in a house with a small black woman and it's two big ass white dudes, right? And there's no threat and there's nobody outside in the yard because you said you checked the perimeter. So there was no danger. Why the fuck do you have your weapon out?
Facts.
Why do you have your gun out?
Facts.
You checked and said it's safe. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all not understanding me. It don't gotta be my mama for me to feel this way. You said it's safe. You checked the perimeter. It's two of y'all, and it's one of her and her home. And you saying it's safe. So why the fuck do you have pistols out?
Right.
Why do you have your gun out?
These are great questions. They don't have answers for them, though. They don't have answers for them.
Uncomfortable, pull out your taser because she's unarmed. And you know she's unarmed because you've been handling her for 15 minutes. So pull out your taser. It's on the left side. It works the same goddamn way.
With these situations like this, it's interesting that when given the choice, this is the route they go down. You know, I personally don't understand. I always struggle when we this comes up, Black, because like I can't fathom the logic. I can't get the perspective that has somebody acting like that. It's just I can't fathom it. I don't understand it. So I seem a little, unwilling to speak on it, but it's not that. It's that I really don't understand. I would never do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't understand people who do. So
when the last time in the news you seen two black cops corner a white person and then it's a shaky shooting? Never.
Yeah, I've never seen that.
Not once.
No, I never seen
Not
that.
once.
Never. I hate to break it down to just a black and white thing, but sometimes it is just is.
That's what it is. It ain't like what Kendrick say. Sometimes it ain't got to be deep. I guess it is what the fuck it is. It is what it is. I see y'all in the comments. Don't leave here. I see y'all talking. I'm gonna get to it. I know Gabe gonna pitch it up. I'm trying to cook a little bit because I'm in my bag a little bit. But I see y'all talking. Please keep talking. Here's what I'm saying. It's just racism. It's just racism in a uniform. There is no more gray area for me. It's just racism. And when I talk about it on these shows, or I talk to my friends, or I'm talking in social settings, and I say, yo, it's spooky to even drive my car. And you laugh like that's kind of outrageous. And I say, no, it's not. You don't walk around being a black man, and you don't know what the fuck it feel like to be a goddamn black man in this fucking country. I'd be afraid driving my car, and when the sun fucking sets, I'm doing this on a swivel. Because if I get pulled the fuck over at nighttime, I may not go home. Really feel that way. It is not a euphemism. It is scary to be brown in this country. It's scary. It's scary. I loathe cop interaction. I hate it. And it don't mean that every cop is bad, but goddamn, we keep finding a lot of motherfuckers who are.
Yeah. I
hate being my skin color walking in America. Walking in fucking America because it's so goddamn spooky. And if you don't know what it's like to be this, you don't understand what I'm feeling right now. You don't understand why I'm turned up about this woman. That's my mom. That's my sister. That's my wife. That's my cousin. That's my girlfriend.
Or your daughter. Like, listen, I like what Chris is saying right here. And like, I guess this could be a very different, and we wouldn't even be having this conversation, and we'd be talking about some other stuff if this had happened, right? So like, to Chris's point, should communities start putting together their own, like, what were they called? The Angels? What was that? What they called in New York City for a little while? They were like, not vigilantes, but they fought against crime. You know what I'm saying? Like,
we got gangs, though. See, like, this is where shit gets out of control. This is what the Bloods and the Crips arose from.
But like, why
protecting our own?
Why doesn't somebody, who is into security, maybe ex-military that knows their way around, this type of thing like surveillance and gun stuff? What if there was a faction in every community, black and brown, and maybe even white people be a part of it too? I mean, they know what it is, right? But like, somebody else that we call in those situations. So when the next Sonya hears something outside, she's not dialing 911. She's dialing 411, and she wants to talk to, Gabe's neighborhood watch, and come check this out over here. I think somebody's outside. You know what I mean? Like, does that where it needs to go? To this, and Chris kind of sparked this. Is that where it needs to go? Is that the answer, Black? Doing it ourselves? Read Chris's comment.
So instead of just saying racist white people should not be allowed to kill black people with impunity because they wear a costume, I need to find reform for why we can't use a service that we pay taxes for. So you're asking me to figure out what I can do instead of leveraging the taxes that I pay and get the same protection that non-black people get from the police force. I need to come up with an alternative method because the white police officers are biased towards me and will do me more harm than good. So it's my job to figure that out instead of just saying, can we stop having white people kill us without punishment?
I think we've been asking for that for a long time, Black, and it's just not happening. So what do you do when you can repeatedly ask for something and don't get it?
You know what happens?
Revolt?
What happens when you oppress somebody for so goddamn long and they don't see a way out of it? What happens?
They revolt. But what does that look like? And
what does it look like? It looked like, how I said the last week that I'm not surprised that somebody took a shot at Trump. And it's not even about politics. It's about, like, you can only push people so fucking far. You can only do so much to somebody, right? Whatever the case may be. I'm not surprised. Now, I don't care whether that kid had a great with Trump or not. That's not the point. My point was that I'm not surprised that somebody took a shot. Here's what I'm saying. The first time we see a body cam, when some shaky shit is going on, and before the cops get to kill a black person, they back out and kill the cop first. Ooh. I bet you this narrative change. You asking me for a solution. I just told you how ridiculous I'm not saying you personal. I mean, the fact that it's a question, how ridiculous that is. I own my home. I pay taxes. I pay for the police. I'm brown. You don't not take my money because I'm black. You take my money and you give it to police. You give it to firefighters, right? You give it to the services that I use. So how about when I call them, they don't kill me? How about when I call you, you don't kill me? How about that? How about when I call you, you don't kill me for needing your help? How about that? And how about if you do, you go to prison?
Right.
I swear to God, if this man don't get a murder charge and don't get life in a box somewhere. You're not walking around like you, bruh.
Right.
You just not. Niggas know you. They know your name. They know where you from. They got your address already. Like, they just not. What just happened was wrong. I'm gonna tone it down because I know I'm not gonna solve nothing here. And it's not your fault, Gabe. I just needed to say it because, bro, I watched this and I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken. And I feel like nobody in this country except us knows what this feels like. And everybody worried about the goofy shit on the internet and baddies fucking Caribbean and all this dumb shit. Why they indiscriminately fucking kill us, bro? With no repercussions. And we talking about plot 2025 when motherfucking cops can get immunity from anything while they're wearing a costume. Fuck no. I'm done.
It just leaves it does leave a emptiness where you hope to find, like, you know, class, dignity, respect, you know, just good heartedness. There's this hole there, and when there's a hole there, you know, you tend to feel nauseous and out of sync because that's a tough one to not have when you're supposed to have it, you know. So I say that to say I do agree with Bunky. I think this dude's evil. I agree with Angie that somehow, some way, like, this dude like flipped that switch, and due to his, you know, lack of mental capacity, he had some weird trigger, and that was it. Whether it was whatever it was, I can't even understand what it was. But yeah, that's a bad one, man. That's a bad one. I'd like to see how quick and expeditiously they get him in court and you know, found guilty. I will be paying attention to that.
G's right. They on vacation right now.
Yeah.
They at home chilling and getting the bag still.
Shout out Senior G. Yeah, man.
Like,
yeah.
When we gonna realize, this is what Chris said. Can you put it on the screen, bro? When we gonna realize we not the minority no more, we the majority, and we need to get involved and be present in this corrupt system. You know what it is? Here's my answer to that. Why I feel this way. I feel like oppression is real. I feel like we know what Munchausen is, right? If you don't know what that is, it's when you begin to identify with the person. I'm gonna use the word oppressing because I think it makes sense in almost every scenario of Munchausen's. The person oppressing you, your kidnapper, your abuser, whatever. You begin to find commonality with them, common ground, and you stop seeing them as a threat, even though they still fucking you up. Right? Okay, we had a black president. We got a brown female president, even though she don't think she black. Right? What the fuck changed? Y'all think it's better out here? You got a false sense of security because of some brown people in the office? You really think it's different outside? When did it stop being different outside? When that happened?
Right.
When we started getting treated fairly. Matter of fact, when did black people start going to fucking Kroger and Walmart and going on a killing spree? Never. White people do that. I don't want to make this a race thing, but I'm gonna talk my talk right now. When we do that, never. When do black cops go to white neighborhoods and just kill them for no reason? Never. It doesn't happen. It never fucking happens. It never happens.
We'd hear about that one, boy.
We'd hear about it. When it happened? Never. You think it's safe outside because Barack was president? You're wrong. You got Munchausen's. Trump gave you a stimming. You think it's safe outside, and it's not safe. Wake the fuck up. It's big dangerous outside.
That's a fact. It's more dangerous outside right now than in my lifetime than it's ever been. You know, aside from being outside during when maybe the riots were happening in LA, this is the most dangerous time to be outside anywhere, though. You know, because people are crazy out here, man. I actually have a note here saying, you know, that crime is up, like person to person. Violent crime is just up overall. because people are just out here doing crazy things to each other, wilding out and shit. You know, I don't get it. Bunky did say that he is locked up with no bail right now. If that means anything, he might still be getting a check though.
Definitely getting a check.
You know, and I'm not giving him a cop out, Chris. I don't know what you were saying about that, but I'm not giving this guy a cop out. There's nothing to cop out to. I'm just saying for future, like how do we reform? Like how is the only thing a revolution? Is that the only way? You know, because
Bunk said no, he got fired. Hey, Bunky, because I know you said you a cop mom, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
If for whatever reason you get acquitted, which has happened a lot, right? Where police get jammed up and they get acquitted, can he then go to his rep and get back pay and get reinstated to the force? Can't that happen?
If he gets found not guilty
all the time.
If he gets found not guilty, you said?
Or if they get dropped or it gets thrown out.
Oh, if it just doesn't get guilty.
If it doesn't get guilty. Oh, I need all that.
Mm-hmm.
And how often do we see egregious acts of violence against black people from white cops and they get off?
Mm-hmm.
How often?
Mm-hmm. All too often. You know, like the ones that stick out in my head is in recent times, like the young boy that was in the car and he was they were in the cop car and the young boy was in the park and he had like a water gun or something and they chased him down and gunned him down like he was doing something
nuts. I remember the kid at the playground playing with a green Nerf gun. You remember seeing that shit?
Mm-hmm.
And those the three cop cars pulled up at the same fucking time in front of the jungle gym and shot this boy the fuck down.
Yeah.
He was like 8. He was like 8, my G. Like, the fuck is happening?
It doesn't make sense. Just as human beings, we're not making a lot of sense out here, man. That's just a fact.
I'm good. It's been 45 minutes. I'm sorry, but I mean, Tamir Rice, exactly. I just had to talk because I feel like it's been quiet. I feel like it's outside, but it's been quiet. It's been very quiet. I keep seeing Bad Baby and her boyfriend. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I keep seeing memes on fucking Biden dropping out the race. I don't give a fuck, bro. Talk about what's happening in life. Right? Like life. And if you're not a brown person and you watch this show, I'm not trying to offend you. Let me button this up for you. Mm-hmm. I'm not trying to offend. When I talk like this, I'm only talking my truth, my reality. Yours may be different. Matter of fact, yours is very different than mine. Mm-hmm. I'm talking my reality, my truth. So please don't be offended. I don't think all cops are bad. I don't think every white person is racist. Can we put that out there? Bet. Cool. I just know that I don't see too many black cops recklessly killing white people unfoundedly. But it keeps happening to us, and I'm tired of being afraid of being in a country that, for being in a country that I didn't ask to be in. I didn't ask to be here. What y'all killing us for? I didn't ask to even be here. You don't want me here so bad. Y'all shouldn't have brought black people here. The fuck are we talking about? I didn't ask to be here. I was born here. The fuck am I the enemy for? What did I do to you?
Right.
Tell me how sick that is.
Right.
I was born here like you. What did I do to you?
Right. And you know,
I didn't choose my skin. The fuck did I do?
When he says you, I want everybody listening out there to know that, you know, he's not talking to everybody. But if the shoe fits, then yeah, it's you. You know what I'm saying? But and that goes for pretty much everything. The cops, the race, the black and white side, all that. If it don't pertain, you know, let it fly. But if it don't apply, let it fly, they say. But we're talking to the ones that it does apply to, you know, and what is it? What's the answer? Like, you know, there's somebody on this earth, Black, that we could explain and tell this story to. And there's somebody on this earth that would give us the perspective or why they did that. And I think the cold hard truth is just really ugly and hard to hear. You know,
of course, Bunky. Look, I'm curious if we're gonna see Budden talk about this. Mm-hmm. Rory and Mal talk about this. I know Joe Rogan ain't touching this with a 10-foot fucking pole.
Right.
I bet you Casanat ain't talking about this. He gonna keep talking about stupid shit. I bet you anybody with a voice ain't talking about this. Not on their platform. They're gonna tweet. I'm gonna send a little tweet so I can look back in 5 years and say, I remember when that happened, I tweeted. I'm gonna tweet. They ain't gonna talk about it, not for real. What are we talking about? What are we talking about? We're not talking about this. As a black person in this culture, what the fuck is you talking about this week if you're not talking about this? It's slow genocide. Just because it's elongated, don't make it not what it is.
Yeah. Since the civil rights days, they've been getting away with it. In essence, it's been going on, especially since slavery. It's just now it's publicly viewed on a global scale. Yeah, no, it's true.
In a way, bro. But I will also say it's been going on since the country's been formed. It's never stopped. It's just changed.
Yeah.
They've never stopped killing us. There's never been a 20-year period of like, nah, we're not killing blacks this time. That never happened. They just changed. They changed the narrative. We came here as slaves. We was freed and was fucking less than a man. Remember, you was half a man. You vote. It took two of us equal one of them. What are we talking about? And if you was a woman, if you didn't have a dick, you wasn't even a person.
You couldn't even
vote. What are we talking about?
I know, that's crazy.
Yo, that was a law. Hold up, bro. That was a fucking law. If you don't got a dick, you can't even own shit. And if you black, oh, hell to the no.
Mm-hmm.
Separate but equal. That's what the fuck Jim Crow was. Mm-hmm. You equal, but you sit in the back. Drink from that fountain. Don't eat at that restaurant.
Right.
When they stop killing us?
That
you don't think crack? Changed. You think we came up with crack? We didn't fucking make crack.
No, we did not. No.
The fuck they stopped killing us?
That was introduced.
When they trying to fight a war, we signed up.
That's the crazy.
When they was drafting niggas in 48, 44 for World War II, they got us.
Mm-hmm.
When they need them fucking votes, they got us.
Senior, what you mean still 2/3 a human being? You mean women, or are you talking about black people? Because that's a serious question. I just want to know. I didn't know that, bro. I watched the cop beat my pops almost to death for no reason at all, just because he was dark skinned. The cop got suspended and put in desk duty. This shit been happening. It just doesn't get televised. Shout out to Chris in the studio with the Rec Boys Mañana, Wednesday, 7 p.m. right here on Facebook and YouTube, Instagram. Shout out to everybody on IG land that's been tapping in and saying what up. Appreciate y'all. If y'all want to get into the conversation, just like Rec Boy Shad did just now, come over to Facebook or YouTube and you can get in these comments and we'll talk about your comments as well.
One question for you, Pivot. I know you want to pivot, but I am curious about one thing.
Okay.
And we don't rehearse this, so y'all know. Like, Gabe didn't even know what the fuck I was going to talk about when we started the show. Keep it a beat.
Mm-hmm.
It's just raw and it's just me. I'm my authentic self. I swear to God. And when we do this show, I might turn my personality sometimes, but about this topic, there is no turn up. This is just how I feel. Mm-hmm. So I'm asking Gabe, somebody I have an actual relationship with. Mm-hmm. I consider a friend, a real question. Mm-hmm. So don't read into it. This not no show shit. I want to know how he feels. All right. Mm-hmm. Gabe, you are also brown.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm animated and I get super loud, and that happens. Mm-hmm. And I know that this might be new to you, but do you not feel how I feel in this moment? Because you seem, or is it just the tack you're taking on the show where you feel like I'm looking for solutions instead of just being in the moment and like feeling what you're feeling? Or are you not feeling what I'm feeling? Because this doesn't traditionally happen to Puerto Rican and Dominican people in this way.
Right.
Do you feel different?
No, I have to say, in the moment, like that's what I was saying when I'm digesting all this stuff, it's hard for me because I don't, for me personally to understand, I need to see the other side and like the why. I always want to know the why did you do that? I always need that to like complete the thought in my head. And in these cases, because it's so heinous and there's no real rhyme or reason to it, it just seems like straight hatred and just ignorance. So it doesn't make sense to me. So in those moments, I need to make sure I'm trying to find a way to stop that in the future from happening, since I can't do anything about yesterday.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So like my mind instantly goes to, how do I stop this from happening again? And that's why I think I go into solution and like reform and like, what do we got to do? Like, I'm asking you, Like, all right, what are we asking for?
Right.
What to ask for? So to answer your question, it hurts my feelings. It makes me feel somber. It makes me feel like kind of like what you were saying before, like and what Chris is saying now, right? Like that could be my people's very easily. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it puts me in a state of almost like protect mode, right? Like I
Sure.
want to make sure everybody's good, that at least that I got my hands on. So when I hear things like this, it scares me. It scares me that it's still happening. It saddens me. And then after I'm sad, um, I become dumbfounded because I start looking for answers and I don't have any, and there's no way to get them really for the questions that I have. So I instantly go to, how can I stop this from happening
Sure.
again? That's
I
where I'm
respect
at
that.
with it, Black.
I respect that. I thank you for answering too.
Nah, no
I
question.
hope you don't feel like I'll put you on the spot I wasn't trying to.
Nah, nah. Um, it's fair, and like, it's interesting for me, bro. And for people who look like me, right? Because like, how many times have I been mistaken for just some Italian kid,
Right.
thinking that I get all the benefits. How many times has somebody talked to me about, those people over there, and it's fucking two Dominicans and a black guy, and I'm like, what's up with Juan and fucking Rob? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about? What's up with those people? You know what I'm saying? Because they think they think that I'm them, but I'm not. I identify more with Robbie and Juan than I do with fucking Charlie and Trevor.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So like, you know, like you say, we all have different upbringings and all that, you know what I'm saying? And I've told the story before in the past. I relate all the time because being upstate at a young age, and I was in elementary school where there's 3 people of color in the whole classroom. You know what I'm saying? I grew up with that. Like I was one of the 3 people that had a darker shade than everybody else. You know what I'm saying? Where's your family from? That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are
Right.
putting the O on words that don't even, you want to go to the bathroom, like shut the fuck up. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I know what that feels like, to just be kind of targeted just because I'm a little darker than y'all. Walking in the store. I've told this story before. Young kid walking in the store. I walk in with my 2 white friends. You know what I'm saying? They are straight casing the joint. I mean, pockets full with all the candy we about to eat when we leave here. But these bozos are following me around at the cooler where the fucking ice cream is, because I'm in there just going slow and they keep watching me. You know what I'm saying?
That's
So,
always the saddest, funniest thing. And I've told you before, and I've told it on this show, like, I guess to make it more of a general conversation and not be so hyper focused on Sonya Massey. And by the way, do me a favor, when you name this episode and you upload it, just call it Sonya Massey. We don't need no fancy title, just Sonya Massey. People need to put that name in a memory bank, because what's happening should mean something. That's the least we could do as a culture in a community. It should mean something. Sonya Massey. So if somebody sees that and be like, what the fuck are they saying? They'll go Google it and go inform themselves, because it's really been suppressed in my opinion. But
honestly, it has been.
We talk about going in the stores and being looked at and being followed through a store, right? Imagine that being your reality every time you walk into an establishment. Period.
Right.
Every day. Not sometimes. Not you sometimes. Like you're brown, right? But like you said, like in the right light and the right friend group, you can pass as Italian. You can pass as white. They wouldn't know. They got to look. They got to talk to you. Last name Rivera. You adopted? they might not. I'm not making fun of your nationality, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like I can't.
Right. No, I get it. I get it. Yeah.
And every day I go outside, I'm being judged as such. Oh, it's different. The hit is different. The feel is different. Like when I go into like high-end stores, and I'm not in there all the time, but like I got a bag. Do you know how often I get shown to the clearance rack? And I'm like,
what's in the display case, homie?
yeah, I came in because I saw the bag in the window and I'm trying to lace my lady. What is you talking about? I could buy you right now.
Right.
So, like, you asked me what do we do? I don't know what we do. I'm gonna blow it up because it's 8 o'clock and I'm gonna let us hit a few other topics before we get it shaken. But I just want to say, like, thank you for letting me get it off. All I've ever wanted is fair. I want to not have to walk around and be uncomfortable in my skin because you're uncomfortable having me present in the country that I was born in, that I grew up in, I was raised in, that I fought for, that I protected, right? That I contribute to, that I pay taxes in, right? That I help people in, that I work a job in, right? Help people at my job in that fucking role. I don't want to be treated like a criminal for a country I've given so much to. Is that so much to ask?
No. Other people get afforded that.
And they don't do shit.
You know.
I've given a lot. I've sacrificed a lot.
Yeah.
I've given. No, real shit. I've given. I've lost friends. I've lost family. I've lost brothers. I've been shot multiple times. I've been stabbed. I've been blown up in the fucking back of a deuce and a half in the goddamn desert. I've given of myself. I've given of myself. So why the fuck do I have to go outside and be afraid in my own goddamn country?
In your own hood. In your own hood, Black. In your own
Make
hood.
that shit make sense.
Yeah, no, that's the part that don't make sense. That's the part that don't make sense. Sonya Massey, RIP. And I hope I see an outpouring of support, both financial and spiritual. That would be nice. I think that should be done. And not necessarily by us, by those who trespass against us, you know. Because when things happen in other scenarios and people lose their life, all of a sudden they're fucking millionaires 3 days later. So can we at least have that? Let's see that. Let's see something like that. Sonya Massey. R.I.P. R.I.P. Sorry that had to happen to that family. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, and I know Bunky's gonna have a conversation about this on Thursday, and it would be interesting just to listen to a woman's perspective on this whole thing, especially her. She's connected in many different layers to the situation, right? She can probably relate on different levels. So it'd be kind of dope to listen to Bunky talk about it. So tune in on Thursday, 7 p.m. Tea Time with Bunky. I'm sure she's gonna have a dope conversation about this.
Bunky, what time do you go? She goes out at 7 on Thursday.
Yeah.
All right, because I love to spin the block and be on your show, Bunky.
Oh, there you go.
I love that.
Yeah, man.
This Thursday, I already got plans. I'll spin the block next Thursday. It ain't like she gonna come back to life. Like she's still gonna be gone. We can still talk about it.
You know, Black, sometimes things are less is more.
Yeah, I know.
So like in this scenario,
did I OD? I'm sorry, did I OD?
Yeah, I don't know. No, I'm just saying,
actually feeling this shit, bro.
I don't feel like going through pop culture right now.
Yeah, I got
so you know what I'm saying? Like that's all I'm saying. So let's let's put a bow on this conversation, man, and leave it right there. And I'm definitely, when I upload this to the streaming platform, I'm gonna name it Sonya Massey. Apologies. I'm gonna do that. So let's talk about that a little bit more.
Yeah.
That when what Chris was saying and you retorted that, why can't I get the same level of service from the people I'm paying these taxes to? Can we talk more about that part of it and how.
Sure. Thank you, Monkey.
If I could have, if I knew I had my own A team that I could call instead of police, I probably would feel better about things if I knew that personally. For my friends and family and myself, you know,
there are communities that have done it on a small scale. I mean, shit, the Jewish people police themselves. Like, they own hospitals and everything. They don't even like us. They hate that we can come on their property.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yo, that part right there, man.
Yeah. Talk about it.
You know, like the Asian communities like that, right?
Right.
Even the Greek communities like that. It's just a lot less people. But the Greek community is very like that. You know, why do you think we don't do that? Like, as a people, like.
So I think that's nuanced.
Because we don't.
Can I talk? Can I talk?
Yeah. Cause I say we don't do that on any level other than on some gang shit. That's the only time we do that.
Here's what I'm saying. Don't the non-Jewish people. I'm walking lightly here, y'all. I'm not trying to be offensive. I just want to talk about it in a real way.
Yeah. I'm just trying to.
The people who are not in that community, who are not Orthodox, who are not Hasidic, who are not in that community, don't they tell jokes about them? Like, look how weird they is. Look at them, how they dress. Look how they treat each other.
Sure. Some of it's warranted, but whatever.
While they spend a lot of time, I don't want to do that either. Fuck with me. I'm trying. I'm gonna say it because I'm not trying to be offensive.
No, not at all.
They would rather be in their own community with like-minded people, right, than to engage in the fuckery we got going on, and it almost ostracizes them. Now, I don't know if it matters to them or not, but they ostracize themselves from the rest of the society happening around them on purpose.
Right.
But I think when you ask me why don't other groups do that, because I think that ostracization is kind of rough because we care about things that may be more secular. I want to go to the movie still. Like, I may not want to live around a bunch of people who are not like me culturally, but I do want to go to the mall. I do want to engage with sporting events. I want to engage with society, and society is a mixed bag. So if I want to engage in society, I got to live in society. Whereas that community in particular, and I talk about that community because they got Curious Joe, right? They got half of Sullivan County. They got whole communities and towns up here just for them. So it's a great example of what we're talking about. They don't care about none of that shit. They're not trying to indulge in your society. They're going to use cell phones. They're going to lie and smoke on the low, right? And they're going to fuck bitches on the side. I'm going to keep it a buck. And they're going to use brown people to do fucking manual labor. If you see 25 of them, there's 25 Spanish people working on their property doing some goddamn work. All right. So they're going to take the pieces that they want, but they don't care about the secular culture. They don't care about the shit you got going on to the extent that they want to engage in it. So they are okay living in their own space. And I don't think that a lot of us want to do that. And I think that's why we don't see it.
Right. And the beast that social media definitely feeds that right there. 1000% feeds that. So is it impossible to get it to the point where, the Jewish community has it? I personally think it's impossible. I think it's impossible, Black. I ain't gonna hold you. I think it's impossible because I think there's been a lot. Think about the transition that needs to happen for that to happen.
I feel like they plight is different, Gabe. Like, no, you're right. It's similar in a lot of ways.
It is.
You're talking about a displaced people making their own community in a new land. That's exactly what it is. So are we not that? You're absolutely right. We are. It's the cultural part of it. So I don't see it ever changing. Not because we don't want to live together, but because we don't want to have to segregate ourselves. Where they taking the stance of, I just want to be community with my people. We're more like, I shouldn't have to fucking live a weird way, right? Like, it's not like I'm walking lightly. Fuck with me. Don't take me out of context, y'all. It's not like they were brought over on slave ships and made to be subservient in that way. So we trying to be equal and show you, like, in your space, like, nah, I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm brown, and I can live the same kind of life you can have. So, like, while the displacement is similar for Jewish people and Black people, and we could talk about the biblical things behind that, I don't want to, though. the motivation is different. They just want their own space. They've always wanted their own space, and we just want to belong. So what that trauma does and what it breeds in you is different. The slavery part of it makes us different. That's why our mindset is different. Why the fuck I gotta go be separate? We were already separate.
That's what I'm saying.
We fought for years to be included. Why the fuck would we
there you go.
ourselves?
There you go. You just brought everything I was saying right to a head, right to a point. That's what I'm saying. Think about the transition that needs to happen in order to get there. From the beginning to that point. That's a hell of a graph, bro, going like this to transition to that. You know what I mean?
Sure.
Fighting because it was segregated. Talking about, nah, fuck it, just put it back the way you wanted it. I want to see 2 lines at the motherfucking water fountain. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't want to see 2 lines. If you're gonna do that, just give me my own water fountain. Stay out my neighborhood.
Right.
Why you gotta be serviced here then? Like, that's the extreme you're talking about, essentially, right?
Because the Jewish community, like, sometimes they don't even have to come outside that community for months. They'll come out in droves. They'll fill up a van, get a bunch of supplies, and go back and not come back out for another week and a half.
Sure.
But
they also live in like Little House on the Prairie, and I'm not with that. So
I know.
The cultural part of it is important too.
I know. Well, the reason why we're here, just so people don't think we're getting weird and stuff, is that I was asking Black, like, how do we go about, self-policing, self-protecting? Like, how do we do that? How do we arrive at the point where older mom who happens to be Black hears something outside her house and can call and not be worried that these people that she's calling to protect her and check on things for her is not going to kill her?
Just murder her.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with Trump. Like, it was assassination attempt. It's different when you Trump. It's an assassination attempt. She got murdered. She didn't get killed. She got murdered. There's a difference. No, she got murdered in her own home.
I mean, murder is murder. If you're going to kill somebody because they didn't do anything to you, it's murder.
Different. Manslaughter. I don't consider manslaughter murder. I don't consider manslaughter.
Yeah, but an assassination isn't manslaughter though, Black.
It's not correct. Which is what I'm saying. Like, she got murdered.
Right.
But there have been people who've been killed and lost their lives who were not intentionally unalived.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So, hey.
When someone says, I'll shoot you in the face and then does it, that's the definition of premeditated murder if I ever heard it. You said it on the camera. I am going to kill you. Now watch me kill you.
And evil. To Bunky's point before, that's fucking evil, bro. That's evil. Like I was saying, like, how do you actually pull that trigger looking into someone who is your elder? First of all, let's just start there.
She's 36. It's not like I don't want to lean into.
Well, okay. All right.
They were probably in their 30s and she's 36.
So all right. So it's a peer of yours, right?
Sure. Just a person.
Right. And you're gonna look into their eyes in their home when they're just praying to God. They're praying because they're scared right now.
That's it. Praying out loud, which is common, happens all the time.
All the time. Yeah, that's not uncommon. The gall, the I don't even know what to call it, man. The evilness to pull that trigger as you're looking at that person and have it aimed at their face. It's not like he aimed at her foot and he was like, shut up and I want you to drop that water. It wasn't that. It was, I want to murder you. I want you dead now because I'm here and I have a gun.
Gabe, I know we're not dead, and I want to talk about the other things too, but just think of the craziness behind that. I heard a bump outside. I woke up. I was afraid. I'm a woman. I'm by myself in my house. So I call the authorities for help. And then they do the most. And then I feel like this is crazy. So I'm calling for Jesus to help me. And he don't help me. And then I die. Because I heard something outside and I was scared. And then I die.
Which is why you're scared. Because you're...
I'm scared of the boogeyman outside, not the cops. Why am I dying?
Right.
I need different angle because if you don't, I'm gonna get hung up on this because like I'm.
Well, so let me ask you this because like you kind of flipped it on me, but like,
yeah,
I know you're in the moment right now because it's kind of this is fresh, right?
But talk, yeah.
But you don't seek some sort of like change. You don't, other than just I'm just gonna get everybody together and we're just gonna rally. You don't have like you don't think about it on a other scale where it's like, how do we prevent this shit? Like, because nothing's foolproof, right? No test is foolproof. I think
it's
everything.
A fair question. What you're saying is a fair question. I can speak to it.
Mm-hmm.
Half the country did this when George Floyd died.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we march?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we stomp?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we ask for reform?
Mm-hmm.
Didn't we march in the Capitol?
Yep.
Didn't we go everywhere? It was 3 years ago, 4 years ago, whatever the fuck it was. Didn't we do all those things that a movement does when somebody dies and we feel like we're tired
unjustly, of it? Right?
Yeah, we did all that.
Mm-hmm.
Was there a single law passed that changed anything? And tell me what more can you do, right? When you are not empowered to just unilaterally write a law into being. So when you demonstrate, when half the country's outraged, when white, black, brown, Asian people are all saying the same exact thing, this is wrong, and you make your voice be heard, and you ask the people that you elected to affect change. I'm gonna ask you again. Name a single law or reform that was passed when George Floyd lost his life?
There's no George Floyd law right now or nothing like that.
There's Megan's law. Y'all know what Megan's law is?
Mm-hmm.
You know what Megan's law is, right? When I say it, people are like, oh, yeah, that's the drunk driver law. Oh, yeah, Megan's fucking law.
Mm-hmm.
There's a 911 law. What's her name? What's the little girl name? Where you got to have 911, a phone present in any kind of common area space that the public can access. White folks get laws. I ain't never seen a Rodney King law. You ever seen a Rodney King law? Didn't Watts fucking burn? Didn't half the goddamn country riot then too and say this shit is wrong? Have you seen a Rodney King law? Have you, Gabe? You asked me why my reaction is not to turn into reform and how we fix things. I'm telling you why. Because when we talk about shit like that, nothing changes.
Yeah.
So when people, Amber Alert, talk about it. When we stop looking for solutions and just start reacting in our base instinct, which is self-preservation. That's every person on this planet has that built inside them. What else do you expect? By the way, we have more protections for animals than we do if a brown person is killed unjustly. Let me say that one more time. There are more actual laws that keep you from abusing animals, killing animals, harming animals, hunting animals, using animals for fucking clothing. There are more laws that regulate that than there are for protecting brown people from white people who mean us harm because we're brown. Go look that shit up. There's more laws protecting cats than protect me from just being brown in this country.
Let me ask you something, Black.
Talk about it.
Say the justice system does what we think it should do, and this police officer, ex-police officer, whatever he is, he gets life in prison, no parole. Where you at with it? Are you angry? Yeah.
I want Donald Trump and I want Kamala Harris to talk about it while they're campaigning. I want CNN.
It's a great point.
And NBC, and I want all these news stations to talk about it. I want social media, right, to not talk about Baddies Caribbean and to talk about that verdict, right? I don't want to hear about Young Thug. He's been in trial for 17,000 years now. I want everybody to talk about it. And I want the fucking congressman in Illinois and the fucking House Representative from Illinois, from Illinois, to talk about it, right? And then I want somebody in the House Representatives to draw up a goddamn bill, draw up a draft of a bill, right? To do something where the costume doesn't become a de facto shield. That's what I want. And then I want to put it on the president's desk. And I don't care whether it's Trump or Kamala. I dare either one of them to not sign it.
Right.
You want to know what I want? That's what I want. If he's found guilty of fucking murder, and he should be, and they put him away, I want everybody to talk about it. And then I want my elected officials to put a bill on the desk of whoever the fuck the president is, and I want to dare them to not sign it.
Is it 50-50 or chances way less that we'll hear about this leading up to the election from one of the two candidates? What's your prediction?
100% we hear about it from both candidates, but spun differently. Trump gonna pander to black people and saying that couple bad apples, you got to get them out.
Right.
But the cops, the police are good. They're good.
Right.
They saved me. They are good in Pennsylvania.
Right.
It's a lot of good cops. I love cops. Right. And I hate to make it about cops, but that's what it's going to be. It's a lot of good cops. It's good people. Right. There are people. There's a bad apple.
You've been working on your impersonation.
Right?
No,
right? That's what's going to happen. He's going to spin the fuck out of it. I'll protect you, black folks. Right. And Kamala. And look, I don't want to do this because I got free speech. Y'all can't kill me for this. I'm not talking about them in a way that's going to harm them. And Kamala is going to lean into her blackness. It's one of those times where she's going to be black and not biracial.
You see Vanessa's comment?
Is that why we got Juneteenth? Yeah, you're right about that. That's exactly what happened after George Floyd. You got a holiday now. You got a day off work and it's federal. Yay, we did something. No laws.
Kamala talked about it today during her speech. That's cool.
That's what's up.
Cool. Yeah.
Did she say she gonna pass a bill, executive order, Bunky? I didn't see it because I was at work.
She totally did.
Did she pass a bill? She gonna pass? Is she running on a platform of racial inequality? I'd like to know.
See, that's where I'm at with that. With her, is that unfair for me to put that on her?
Nope.
Should it?
When you are who you are, that's who you are. Fact. Right? I'm a black man every day. That's who they are. OJ made the same mistake. I'm not black. I'm OJ. What the fuck are you saying? You're black.
Yeah, what is that?
Right. I'm not black. I'm OJ. No, the fuck you aren't.
It was her first speech. I feel you, Bunky. I would love to tune into the conversation with you talking about this. With black or without. I think it would be a dope conversation with the two of you there. Give her a minute, but she leaned into black girl magic when she talked about it. Okay.
I believe it. Was it after or before she kissed her white husband in the mouth? And hold up.
No, don't go there though.
No, I gotta do this.
Why?
I'm not even hold up. Here's why I say it. I'm not even upset about the interracial part. That doesn't bother me. Nope.
Okay.
It's that I guarantee you she didn't give that speech after she kisses her husband in the mouth. Because optics. And I bring it up because every single time she actually does a political event, the first thing she does is kiss her husband in the mouth. And then she goes and talks. Bunky, she's saying stop. Bunky, did she kiss her husband in the mouth and then preach black power? Yes or no?
I think you know the answer.
Did she do it?
But I don't Gabe, that's facts. Bunky, did she do it? I bet you she didn't. I bet you every speech, bro, she kissed that man in the mouth. I love it. But why is she not allowed to do that if that's her husband?
I'm not saying she not. I bet you she didn't. Before she got not on the stage. All right, bet.
What aesthetics is she giving off when she does that? In your opinion?
Well, don't do really this, though. Don't make me go this deep. That's my
no. But she like what I'm saying. But no, because like it. I don't want anybody to think that we don't think interracial relationships should be a thing, and you know what I'm saying. Like
I don't care about that. I care about you. I care about you choosing when you be black. We had this talk a month ago too. Don't pick and choose when you be black.
That part. Yeah. Okay, as long, yeah, that's what it's about, and I'm good with that right there because that's just what it is. Yo, this was a enlightening show. I hope that y'all out there, at the very least, if you didn't know about the Sonya Massey tragedy, you know, you've been informed. I think we've, you know, I think we've given you some facts here today. We've given you a little emotion, a little reaction to it. Certainly Black has. For me, I'm always left in astonishment with this shit. I just can't get over how, I guess, how evil people can be. Evil and stupid. There's two different kinds, and it's really bad when one person is both. I'm gonna say that. But there's a lot of it out here. A lot of dummies, a lot of evilness, a lot of evil dummies out there, and then it fucks my head up every single time. So we have these conversations because it's important. To Black's point, you know, just bringing awareness, just so somebody talks about it. Salute to everybody who has talked about it before us, and we'll talk about it after, because the whole point is to enlighten and bring things to light so that you guys can also talk about it on your platforms. I know you listening, but have an opinion about it. I think we tend to stay mum on things, and we talked about this a couple of weeks ago with the Rec Boys. We stay mum on things when they don't affect us directly, and that's part of the problem. So, Black man, take us home, bro. Take us home. Let's get out of here. You want full screen?
Because it's not about me. Sonya Massey. That's it.
Well said. Y'all be good. Y'all be well is what we talking about every Tuesday, 7 p.m. right here where you're watching it, or on the VGN network Tuesday at noon. Catch Voice of the Valley Wednesday at noon on the VGN app. Everywhere, available on all platforms. Go ahead and download that app. Y'all be good. Do better. Peace.